Bubble line, naked bitch got me, I'm working good wheel. Where's Mike Jones? Shit, I don't know, I'm still tipping on. Fresh set of glass fold, double cup of big mo. Rest in peace, my big bro. 50s in my rolling down.
We're here with Blika100, man. SelfMadeTv. Worldwide, nationwide. We're in LA right now. It's up. Blika100. Man, I'm glad I got to catch up with you. You on the road right now in LA. What you got going?
I'm out here recording and doing some different working in the studio. That's what I'm up to right now, trying to work on the next mixtape.
So I gotta ask you, like, is it a difference to come to LA and record and book studio time and fuck with producers out here, or just fucking with different studios out here? Is it a difference from being in Houston, or you know what I'm saying? Is it the reason you're doing it is to market yourself or to move around? Talk to me about that.
Well, out here in LA, you know what I mean, it's a different network.
Right.
Different city, different people, you know what I mean? You're gonna run into different people all the time. So, you know, LA and New York, well really LA and Atlanta.
Right.
That's, you know what I mean, if you're doing music.
Black Hollywood.
Yeah, if you're doing music, that's pretty much where you wanna do that sometime at least, you know?
Right. So I gotta ask you, man, a lot of shit has been on the internet over the last month.
Yeah.
And I saw it all, you know what I'm saying? But what I respect about the whole situation is how you, and I'm not gonna say you wasn't on before that, but I love the fact that you capitalizing off everything. Like nowadays, a lot of artists beef and they get into different shit with different niggas, but they don't do what you do. You know what I'm saying? They don't go up with it. Eventually, you know what I'm saying, some stupid shit end up happening, or that the beef take place and then it die. And I follow you. So what I've been watching is I've been watching you elevate. Talk to me about that.
Well, you know, really on my behalf, it really wasn't no beef, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? The beef is when you bullets flying, you know what I mean, this and that. I just really wanted to fight because I felt like I got disrespected.
Right. And where did the disrespect come from?
Well, a little while back, well, a couple years back before I went to prison, I used to let Sancho and JP and a couple of other South cats wear jewelry, you know, just helping out his homeboy, which I ain't trying to like, you know, like, that's what you're supposed to do.
You was a big homie in the situation.
You know what I mean? When niggas from your section or from your city trying to win. And anyway, long story short, they get robbed for one of my chains or whatever. And I brought it up, you know, recently, like, damn, man, when they get that chain back, you know what I'm saying? And they got an attitude with me, so that's kind of where that's sparked from.
Right. I mean, so, how did you handle it?
Shit, I talk slick to the nigga back, you know what I mean? And one word, couple words led to another thing. I was like, nigga, let's just squabble, you know what I'm saying? Fuck it, let's just squabble.
Right.
That's more or less where I was at with it, you know.
Right. So, I mean, and no disrespect to you, no disrespect to the other party. You know, the ooh-wee and all that, you know, where I'm from, we was fucking with this shit. You know what I'm saying? It was catchy. I don't get it other motherfuckers beat.
Yeah.
You know, elaborate on you and Sauce Walker's relationship. Because that is to yourself, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I can't say we have no elevated relationship, you know what I'm saying? It's just on their way up to get to where they are now, you know what I'm saying? Before I went to prison, I used to just have a mind, you know what I'm saying? I really don't got no problem with them little dudes, you know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing that serious, man. I'm a real street nigga, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Been in penitentiary a long time, all that kind of shit, so.
I mean, cause sitting back on the outside looking in, and I'm from the hood.
Yeah.
And I can tell when it's a big homie involved in some shit and he feel fucked over or he feel he hurt behind the situation.
I ain't gonna say I was hurt behind it, I just felt disrespected.
At the end of the day, we all got feelings. You know what I'm saying? That don't make you not gangster.
Oh Oh,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
for
saying? We all get hurt. If your mama passed tomorrow, nigga, you gonna be hurt. If you lose a homie on the street, you gonna be hurt. Those are feelings. You know, that's an express that we have. And just sitting on the outside looking like, damn shit, this nigga and I did my research. I started calling my partners from Houston. You know what I'm saying? I started calling them like, hey bro, tell me about it, cause I never heard of you, but my homies from Fort Worth, some of them knew about you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when I called my partner from Houston, I ain't gonna say his name.
Yeah.
And I went and tapped in with my partner from Fort Worth, like, yeah, we fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? So it just seemed like it was a real nigga caught up in some shit. And the crazy thing is, the shit just disappeared. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it was up, like with everything that was on the internet, supposedly. This happened at the studio, you know what I'm saying? It's like that shit was up there. You was on the block, you did a video, you know what I'm saying? You got a drop with a blogger,
Yeah.
and that shit was up, and then all of a sudden, I see you working. I see you moving around, you know what I'm saying? I see you in LA, I see you in, in Atlanta, I see you.
That always been my thing, man. I've never really been into, to this day, bro, I had to learn how to go live from a little chick at the gas station. Nigga pissed me off so bad. I got my phone in my hand like, man, how you go live? That's how lame I am to internet, bro. That's on my kids, man. I just learned how to go live when that bullshit happened.
Right.
I'm not really into the internet, but when you're doing music and shit, the internet is your marketing tool, that's your promotion tool.
So I'm gonna ask you a question. Cause somebody asked me this. I got the guy that just left, he was in LA working and he wanted an interview from me.
Yeah.
And in the interview he asked me, what's more important, the streets or the internet?
What's more important?
What would be your response to that?
To that question that just what's more important?
The streets are being that you a real street nigga and being that you've had success because everything blew up on the internet. And now you're capitalizing off of it. So what would you consider more important, the internet or the streets?
I say the streets.
That's crazy because I said the same thing.
I say, because one thing about the streets, man, the streets is like, the streets is worse, it's faster than the internet.
Right, word of mouth.
You tell a nigga something, oh, such and such, this happened.
Right.
This man, before you know it, this nigga done probably called, this nigga, man, before you know it, everybody know.
Right.
Whatever happened, they know exactly damn well what happened.
But then see, in my interview, I had trolls in the comments, like, the first 3 comments was like, bro, that's powerful what you just said. Because I can book you. I can book Blika right now in Fort Worth, Texas. The city gonna come out because the streets fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? But then I can book Blika and y'all shit went viral. It went internet sensational. Like, bro, I had never even, I got on the internet like, whoa, what the fuck, what is this, what's going on? The internet was carrying heavy. You know what I'm saying? So you was viral on the internet, but if the streets wasn't tapped in with you and they ain't fuck with you, they wouldn't show up to the show. Yeah. But then you could be streaming like crazy on the internet and getting a check in.
And don't nobody know.
And don't nobody know it. A lot of niggas shit on artists now because they say, oh, they shit whack. But them niggas got 1 million streams and they getting a big ass check. So it's like, would you say it go both ways?
It go both ways when it comes. Now, when it comes to business, the streets ain't shit.
Right.
When it comes to business,
right?
Because you can't mix the streets and business.
Man.
That's impossible to do that. So if you're trying to rap or you're trying to do music or whatever, you kind of got to shy away from the street shit anyway.
I just said that and to be
you got to look at it, man. Half of the rappers you see them over on some kind of probation or some kind of parole or like half of them is just out on charges.
Right.
Man, you can't mix that shit. You gonna fuck your check off. What you gonna do?
So what advice would you give all these? Because right now, obviously this don't affect you, but right now a lot of labels they fucking with these young artists, and these young artists. And it's the guy on the street, they watching niggas like you. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how much, you probably don't know how much weight you carry when it comes to outside of Houston. how many artists saying, I fuck with Blika? You know what I'm saying? What advice would you give to these young rappers that mix music in the streets when you can't mix it? You gotta do it.
That's the advice right there, man. You do one or the other.
Right.
Your mind made up when you come in the game. You gotta do one or the other, man.
Right. So
if you do both, you're gonna get the same result.
So I see you just released some music with Boosie. Definitely underground. Now he's mainstream, but Boosie is a legend.
Yeah.
Talk to us, how did that come about?
Well, I know a couple of Boosie, well, you can say they like family, you know what I'm saying? A couple of his close friends, my partner Chris Bacon, and you know, my other partner Jay Rich, they real close with him, so, you know, when Boosie come to Houston, he in Houston a lot.
Right.
Or whatever, you know
Texas fuck with Boosie tough.
Yeah, and, you know, just kind of fuck with him through his KP.
Right. That's what's up. That's what's up. I heard the track, and I feel like y'all got a hit on y'all hands.
It's a good song, yeah.
The hook.
Yeah.
The hook. And then Boosie ate that motherfucker. I didn't hear, I know you probably got a verse on there. Yeah. But what I heard was your hook, and then Boosie really. What are y'all planning on doing with it? Y'all gonna drop a video?
I'm gonna drop a video. I'm gonna shoot a video soon. We're gonna shoot it soon and then we get back in the city.
That's some world star shit.
Yeah, for sure.
That's definitely some world star shit. Who else are you working with?
Man,
Cause on the internet I see you everywhere, bro. I see you 1 minute in Houston on live, then I see you in LA, walking through the airport, standing outside of the airport, in the studio. You was just in LA. You know what I'm saying? Then I see you in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I see you speaking about New York. So who are you working with?
And like I can work with mostly all the Houston dudes. I'm just really not getting into the features and because I want the world to know my music. You know what I'm saying? That's
right.
why I never really been pressed on doing a whole lot of features.
Right. You don't feel like that's the way to cross over sometimes?
Man, my homeboy got a song with NBA Youngboy, right?
Right.
If you look at it, he might got a million views on. He dropped a song 4 or 5 years ago. If you know what I'm saying? If it's a hit, it's a hit.
Right.
You know, it don't matter if who on that motherfucker with you.
Right.
Just another song.
Man, that's deep. But you don't think they just might have missed?
That's what I'm saying. Just because I can go get Lil Baby on the song right now. Boom. Ain't no telling what that little nigga charging. That little nigga up. But you know what I mean? You gotta take it for whatever this dude charging you for the feature, this and that. Motherfucker come off $100,000. Man, if that song don't get that $100,000 back.
But you can put it on your resume and it's a part of your body of work, which connects you with, and it moves you up to a different bracket, like it moves you up to a different level, like, oh, he got a track with Lil Baby.
Yeah, that's why I'm going into it now.
Right.
Because I feel, this is only my second time coming out with a mixtape. You know what I'm saying? I've only been rapping a couple of years. I just started this shit. Well, I started back in 2014. That's when I actually started.
Right.
But I went to prison. Boom. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Got out in 2017. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna be honest though. I'm gonna offer you some advice. One of the most important things in this music shit now is cross marketing.
Oh yeah.
When you cross market with the right motherfucker, overnight some shit can happen that you never, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I just now have my publicists.
Right. And that's what I wanted to get into. Do you have a manager?
I have a publicist, I don't have a manager.
So what do you think about, because I manage artists, you know what I'm saying? And I won't speak on them, but I got some artists in some good situations. We just signed a deal with this person, we just signed a deal with that person, and all these artists feel like, oh, I need a manager, you know what I'm saying? I always preach to the artist, you need a fucking hit. You need to make good music, because if your music ain't solid, I can't market.
You You can't sell nothing that ain't to be sold.
So with you being who you are, obviously you got big chains and shit, you know what I'm saying? You really doing this shit. You really out here in LA with this shit working. This the biggest market. What's your opinion on having a manager? And why don't you have one?
The reason I don't have one is because my publicist is kind of
Teetering Tyler back and forth.
Yeah, they're both.
Right. And when did you get your publicist? About 6 months ago.
I just got one.
And I'm pretty sure that they reach out to you. Yeah. But that shit y'all had going on was crazy.
Well, I had my publicist right before.
Okay.
Like, that shit wasn't even supposed to happen, man. The internet just...
People want to know if it was a publicity stunt. Sitting back, when I was looking at the whole thing, and what kept me from thinking it was a publicity stunt, because I'm a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? My mama come from the streets. If I told you her background, it'll fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? So I recognize real, but a lot of people was like, is this shit?
I didn't know publicity stunt. I was genuinely pissed off. And they went on the internet with it. That's what made me get on the internet with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So throughout that whole situation, what I learned, you a boss. You know what I'm saying? You work what you work.
I ain't gonna speak on my work. You know what I'm saying? But I'm good.
You made us realize that. You know what I'm saying? We could definitely tell.
I'm straight.
Talk to us about the change and shit.
I got a bunch of jewelry.
That don't even look like all the chains I saw in the industry. But that's a big motherfucker.
This is my real piece, man. It stands for realize everybody ain't loyal and hustle hard. So my little partner was short the past.
That's the one I heard you say that on the.
And I got 100 club in there because you gotta always keep 100, man. Be real in these suckers. You know what I mean?
Would you say having chains is a risk for artists? Because I heard B King say not too long ago he don't buy chains. Being from Houston, he said he don't buy chains because when you get those chains, you better be ready to protect yourself and those chains.
Man, that's with anything you fucking buy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
man,
I
nigga,
like my do at nighttime for a
man,
reason.
you say you for Fort Worth. They call that bitch murder work.
The 90s.
What I heard, you know what I'm saying? You can be walking anywhere, man. It's gangsters everywhere. It's robbers, jackers, you know what I'm saying? Sleep guys everywhere, man. You just gotta always protect yourself first. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And just be ready when you ain't gotta go get ready if some shit go on. You know what I'm saying? Stay ready.
Right. I got it.
You know?
Yeah. Shout out to that. Hey, listen, Blika ain't with. I swear to God, I thought Blika was gonna come in this motherfucker with 20 niggas. Just because you gotta move like that. You know what I'm saying? In certain situations.
Man, 2 niggas and 2 sticks.
No, but what I'm saying, you gotta move like that, even when you don't have to. Because, you know what I'm saying, if that beef shit be real, you just never know. Nowadays, you don't know who the fuck you come across.
Man, anybody know me, man. Anybody know me.
And you said it in the video, I ain't gonna lie, I'm out here.
I don't do that deep shit. That's too
Man,
much
this nigga
going
got
on.
one nigga with him. Big ass nigga bigger than me.
2 sticks, 2 niggas, man. We going in hell and coming back.
I respect that.
2 sticks, 2 niggas. Try me out.
I respect that because when I reached out to you and I spoke to you about the interview, you know, as an interviewer, it's difficult because a lot of times when you approaching certain niggas, you really don't know. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what to expect, and you don't know how they move and how they gonna show up. So I was like, based off of what I saw, because you know,
man, I'm a loner to tell you the truth, but like when I be on the road, I'm gonna have just my little kinfolk with me.
Yeah.
Maybe it ain't gonna be no more than that, man. Maybe one more person, like if I'm traveling with somebody or something. Man,
I gotta ask you, what can we expect moving forward?
Nothing but good music, bro. I mean, nothing but good music coming.
Are
A
you
lot of good music.
are you working with different producers? Do you have
Yeah,
one specific?
I work with all producers. If I hear some shit and I like it, I'm buying it.
If artists want to connect and collaborate with you, talk to them.
If you want to connect, collaborate, buy a feature, anything like that, you got the phone numbers and the emails and shit in my bio.
Right.
On all the social networks and all that.
Right. Can we expect tours in the future? Are you?
Oh yeah, for sure. Tours, you know, weeknight shows, everywhere.
What advice would you give to the younger artists that's out there?
The young artists got time to do this shit. You know what I mean? The advice I would give them is focus on what you want to do and just go for that. Don't try to spread yourself too thin. Focus on, one thing at a time. You'll get there like anything. Build it.
Right.
That's it.
And I want to leave the people with this. Where exactly are you from in Houston?
I'm from Yellowstone, man. 6200 block of Top Western Street, South Side, H-Town.
So it's the whole Swisher House movement.
That's the North Side.
What I was going to ask is, you a fan of that?
Yeah, of course. I'm a fan of everything H-Town, man. I'm right.
Yeah. When I think of Houston, I think of Swisher House. I fuck with Zero. I done booked Zero, literally. I fuck with Powerwall now. Kiki the Dunn, we done booked them. I done booked, what's my nigga, J-Dawg, 3 times. I fuck with them niggas tough, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely fuck with Houston. I respect Houston. It's definitely a big market, and they doing some good shit out there.
Oh yeah, Houston is a good market, man. They got a lot of youngsters coming up right now that's nice. They got themselves something.
Right.
I mean, you'll see a lot from Houston coming up, man. A lot of young dudes signing deals out the city. Shit like that, that shit is gonna go up, man.
What would you, were you impacted by the whole COVID situation? The whole pandemic?
It didn't really take a toll on me. I got a trucking company and I do real estate and shit, so it really didn't affect my business.
So you do put your money in real businesses?
Of course.
Right.
Right. I file taxes every year.
So you got a residual?
Yeah, of course.
That's what's up. I appreciate this interview. This shit right here, this is what it's all about.